All right guys, so part of this video series that we're doing with Capn Ron today is the 360, and we're gonna give you guys a special little treat. Capn Ron is gonna give you the in-depth settings of exactly how to set up your 360. You tell me somebody else that's doing that for you. Go ahead and hit it, Capn Ron.
All right guys, let's jump down to the 360. Not gonna waste any time. So first thing I wanna do is I wanna explain 360 for the folks at home. So basically what we have is we have a transducer that's round. Now inside of that transducer, we've got the same transducer is kind of on the back of your boat. That side imaging transducer that we talked about in previous videos, the same thing. It's the same technology. It's shooting the ping out. Instead of shooting just like this, it's got a line and it's going to rotate. So basically what Humminbird has done is they've taken the technology of the transducer and side imaging, they figured out a way to make it spin and not be completely blurry. The problem is on side imaging, when you start to turn, you blur out the image. The technology behind this allows the transducer to spin and give a clear image at the same time. So let's talk about the settings. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do when I pull this up is I'm going to go to my menu button right here, and it's going to bring up all the settings. It's going to have the ping, sensitivity, contrast, sharpness. You have an isolate sweep area, you have your speed and your range. The first thing on my sensitivity, I'm going to keep my sensitivity right around the 8 or 9 mark. Now I want to go down, and you see how it gets dark right there? We're going to talk about that. I'm going to keep contrast right at 11. Now the one thing I want to do is I'm going to click this little, you'll see where I can see my palette up there. So this first setting is dynamic contrast. We're going to take that off. Now look at that. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a little different palette. I like palette number 1. You guys, palettes, pure preference. Number 1 and number 2 are probably the most popular. I like number 1. So let's close that. Already we can see a little bit more. So now we're going to bring back up that menu button. We're going to go to our sensitivity, because sensitivity is, again, it's brightness. All right, now let's go to contrast. Let's drop this contrast a notch. We get some of that darkness out. All I'm trying to do is brighten up that image. I don't want to do too much, because if I do, I won't have the contrast between the bright and the dark, and I need to make sure I have that. This looks pretty good here. Now I'm going to scroll down to sharpness, touch sharpness, put that on, put it on low. Let's stick it on medium, see how that looks. All right, looks really good. Close that, go down here. I want my speed on 3 and my range on 80. I'm gonna close that. I like the zoom in one, and that's your image. That's your side image. Now you guys can set that up on your boat. The one thing you're gonna do is you're gonna play with the sensitivity and the contrast. You're gonna be real close. Normally sensitivity is gonna be 9, 10, 11. Contrast is gonna be 11, 12, 13. You're gonna be right in that range, and you're gonna keep that sharpness on medium, my speed 3, my range 80, hit exit, zoom in 1 notch, and that's going to be the best image you're going to get on 360. You're going to catch more fish with this. It's one of the best technologies out there. You can see your target all over the place. You're actually able to pinpoint and put waypoints. You can see fish, you can see bait, you can see brush, you can see roadbeds, you can see rocks. If you can't catch fish with this, I don't know what's going to help you.
All right guys, so as you can see, 360 is a very important tool on your boat. There's definitely a place for both live and 360. But as you can see, we gave you guys the settings. Go put that on your boat, check it out, and tell us what you think. We'll see you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time.